This is what most early mornings look like down here in the basement, so I don't wake Sarah up hammering the keys on the keyboard. Usually it's tasks that I won't be able to get to later in the day that I like to work on first thing in the morning. So right now I'm writing out some different creative briefs for content I have to shoot for brands. I'm reviewing a couple investment opportunities that were recently presented to me, and just getting through some emails that require more thought than just replying with a quick sentence or two. The way I time block is early morning creative tasks that will take longer than 30 minutes to do. I like doing before 8 a.m. I just know that after 8 a.m. my day will get busy. I'll be inundated with messages, have my gym sessions, I'm shooting content. I'm just kind of executing on to-dos rather than thinking. So early mornings is much more around creative thought and getting through things that I won't get to later in the day. And then hit my morning workout at 9. More recently, I've been going in a little bit later just to conform to the schedule at the gym I train at, Arsenal. Our crew was getting a little too big in the mornings and interfering with some of the classes, so we're going a little bit later now when the gym is less busy, which is nice because I get more morning work in. But I like breaking up the day with workouts. So first workout will be about 70 to 90 minutes generally, and I feel like it's a good break from my first morning work sprint, and then leads to a ton of energy and mental clarity for a bunch of execution that will happen after that. So after the morning workout, that's generally when I'll take most of my calls. I use a platform called Calendly, where I just block out times when I will take calls with people. So that period of time is usually a couple hours of calls, mainly with either brands I work with, brands that are looking to work with me, or brands that are raising money that I would be interested in either investing in or raising an SPV for a special purpose vehicle through AngelList. So that's what late morning, early afternoon looks like. I have breakfast after my morning workout, and then I usually try to break up the day again with another outdoor workout. So lately it's been more running, but generally that would be biking, mountain biking specifically, and that ranges in duration from 45 minutes to a couple hours depending on where I am in the season and what I'm training for. As I ramp up for Leadville towards the midsummer months, that's when my biking volume is much longer. And then after that workout, I feel like I get another peak of energy from the workout, and I'll have another 2 hour or so work sprint. Today, I actually have a podcast during that first block of work with my buddy Ryan. Generally from like 3 until 4:30, I have another block of calls that I'm taking. And then contrast therapy. Tonight, have a good crew coming over. Have the founder of Aurora Water Filtration System. He lives here in Colorado. He's popping over. And then have a property developer that my buddy Luke Ditella recently introduced me to. I've been putting out on social media that I'm interested in building a small adventure and wellness property in Colorado. So I've been getting linked up with a lot of different landowners, property developers, contractors, property managers. So have a big developer coming over tonight who's developed some various hospitalities, ventures, hotels, and has a big plot of land that he's looking to develop, I believe, just outside of Boulder. So excited to learn about what he's up to and to learn more about property development. And then dinner, usually with Sarah. Some people usually stay from the sauna session and do a little communal barbecue, and then hit the hay around 8 or 8:30. So that's how I time block my days. I think time blocking is so important. It certainly doesn't have to be my schedule. I don't have kids. I realize kids definitely throw a monkey wrench in the ability to time block, but having some type of format for your day where you know you're gonna put your best foot forward and you're gonna be present in what you're doing, I think that is super important. And I love just starting my day with that morning workout. I feel like that sets the stage for a super productive, positive day. I know that after about 3 hours of focused work, I'll start to fade. So I like breaking the day up with, various workouts or that contrast therapy session later in the day that I feel like is reset for my nervous system. So that's how I time block. It works for me. Would encourage you guys to find your own way that works for you, how to structure your day so you are present in the things you're doing and enjoying your day too. You know, I love the workouts. I love getting outside. So I've been really thoughtful in not letting work get in the way of things that I really, really enjoy, or figuring out ways to combine work with things I enjoy. Can't miss this. Look at this beautiful sunrise. It's gonna get cold here over the next few days. We're gonna be getting some negative temperatures over the weekend and early next week, but the next 2 days it is supposed to be in the 40s and 50s, which when you're in the sun in Colorado and it's 40s and 50s, it feels like summer. So I'm gonna try and get out for a couple bike rides. I definitely won't be able to ride the trails, as you can see. Whenever there's these snow patches, that's no bueno for mountain biking, because A, slippery, but B, muddy is no fun. I used to think that mud was going to be fun mountain biking, but it just clogs up your tires won't spin, it clogs up the derailleur and the chain and the cassette. It's not very fun. But I will be able to ride the bike path. I like going down here. Yeah, I have to wait until the spring at this point. Kind of tough in January and February to do any mountain biking on the trails, and it's one of the reasons why we are building the house in Austin, so that I can mountain bike if I want to year-round. And we're not leaving Colorado. I just posted something on Instagram about building our house in Austin, and that is going to mainly be where we go in the winter time. We'll bounce in and out for different events. I still want to see some snow, but for the most part, we're going to spend a lot of the winter in Austin, but still going to be back here in Colorado. I love Colorado. I love the lifestyle here, outdoor recreation. I just love city life and access to opportunities in the business space that I play in Austin. It's just become a mecca for creators, wellness-based businesses, brands, investors, community events. There's so many amazing conferences and festivals and just ongoing run clubs there. So it makes it really easy to meet people in my space and to build things and to do business. So that's one of the main reasons why we are building in Austin. And we're building 2 homes on one property. The other home is going to be occupied by our good friends Wyatt and Abigail, who own Ice Barrel. In the future, this is kind of a plan I have going forward of buying properties next to friends and then turning them into these community hubs. So Wyatt, Abigail, and us will share amenities. We'll share a pool, saunas, ice barrels, probably a little gym area. And the future vision is for a couple other friends to buy the properties next to us and combine backyards and build like a little indoor-outdoor gym, maybe a pickleball court. And I want to do this in other areas that I enjoy being in. Colorado is another place where I want to do this, in the mountains. I'd like to build some cabins, indoor-outdoor gym, sauna next to a cold stream, ice barrels, access to running trails and mountain bike trails, and have that as, not only a hub for us and our friends, but also a place that can be rented out by people looking for adventure-based experiences, and also the ability to meet other people. I really like going to places where not only can I do the things I enjoy, like sauna and workout, and having access to trails, but also the ability to meet new like-minded people. So that's something that looking to create here in the next few years. To break down about 20 boxes a day. All right, check this out. Create is coming out with these jars of creatine powder. They got single serving sticks now. They'll have these jugs, and then they have the gummies, obviously. They want to own the creatine category. They're crushing it. Right now, I have a little project I have to do. Someone reached out to me on Instagram. They have a coffee blog, and they asked if I would do a little interview. So I think I'm reading it right now. So this is what our setup looks like. So you guys can see it. We have this Terra Cafe machine, which is a super automatic. Use this majority of the time now. It's just so easy. And then we also have this setup, the Rocket Apartamento with a grinder. For like 5 or 6 years, that was the primary setup. But the super automatic has just become so easy. You can just come over here and hit a button and you can pick between these different drinks, where the other one is a little bit more of an art where you have to dial in the grind size each time you grind different beans with the grinder, which is fun. It's kind of like using the green egg, where once you get good at it, it definitely is really rewarding, but takes a little more time and effort to get the perfect espresso from this machine. This is Blaze. Blaze's favorite 2 times of the day are the morning walk and steak, right? What do you like better, the morning walk or steak, Blaze? Blaze is 12. She's had chiropractic care her whole life. She looks like she's 4.
She's a baby.
This is the new Tesla autopilot, pretty incredible. I am watching the road, but you do not need to put your hand on the wheel anymore. It's literally doing all of this for me right now. It's gonna turn right here at the stoplight, and the newest version, which I don't have yet, which is 13.0, watch this. It's gonna turn, it's not gonna hit the curb. Beautiful turn, nice job. I like giving it words of affirmation when it does things really well. But the newest version, which some of my friends have, the 13 version, you can literally just put the address in that you're going to, and it'll back out of your driveway, it'll go to the place that you're going to, and I believe it parks for you as well. Not sure how that works in parking lots, but from what my friends have told me, you literally don't have to do anything. You just have to keep your eyes on the road, because there is cameras right there. I'm sure there's more cameras inside here too, but the cameras are watching you to make sure that you're still paying attention. It's Red Rocks Amphitheater. Beautiful, looking at that every single day. We're just gonna let Tesla do its thing. So stoplight right here. I've heard some stats on this too. Obviously there's errors, but it seems like the errors in software are much less than the errors in human judgment when driving. And just imagine when all of the cars have this type of technology built into them and they're all communicating with each other. I mean, I think it's gonna make for a lot less traffic accidents. Pretty green on Green Mountain over here. Should be able to maybe mountain bike the perimeter. I guess I might check it out. It looks pretty dry around the perimeter, so might be able to do it. Gonna be a nice day today in Colorado. Tell me that's not the coolest outfit right there. He shows up every day with a poncho on.
I'm just glad you didn't scare me today.
I know. I almost had you.
We were at the track a couple days ago, and Eric came in at me about 40 miles an hour, and I had headphones in, so I didn't see it till the last second.
Scared the shit out of him.
Literally got my feelings hurt, so didn't want to start the day with my feelings hurt. Good, off to a good start.
Off to a good start. You're off to Thailand today, right?
Yes, sir.
What's happening in Thailand and Bali?
Lauren Fisher has a fitness retreat, Grown Strong retreat, and we're going out there to train and check out Phuket. And then from there, we're going to head over to Bali, Indonesia, and check out Bali. I've never been to either place, so super stoked to try them both out.
If you guys are watching this in Thailand or Bali, link up with Bickle.
Come find your boy.
What's up? How are you? Jake owns Arsenal, Rockstar. He owns Fitbox too, monthly subscription box. RJ, I'm still waiting on Wadapalooza, but I'm thinking you might be our teammate.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. You're going to have to get really fit in the next week.
Yeah.
Christian Harris, our teammate for Wadapalooza, unfortunately had to have a surgery yesterday or 2 days ago on his intestines, so he's out for Wadapalooza, so we're having to recruit a different teammate, and it's very likely to be this guy, RJ, who trains with me most days. This is the man behind these videos, by the way. This is Sterling. Sterling is a rock star. He's the wizard that shoots a lot of these, edits a lot of these. If you guys need any video content done, that's your man right there. And man, he's getting beefy. Your first time doing CrossFit was 4 months ago? Okay, so we're coming up on, 5 months. His Olympic lifting looks amazing. We'll get some shots of it today. All right, here's what we're starting with. 24-minute EMOM, 70 drops in 1, force index, 50 in 2. He goes to Hawaii, and this is how he goes to the gym.
To Denver, just a lumberjack.
What'd you find out about axes?
Oh, cutting wood is the highest testosterone activity in the world, apparently. So we gotta cut more wood here at Arson.
All right, here we go. We're on tape. You're on live now. Make it spicy now. Goddamn lumberjack. Woo!
This is called Tesla roulette. We're gonna get back to the house with 2%. Fingers crossed we make it. All right, that was a pretty close call. Made it home with 7 miles of range left. Luckily, we have a charger right inside the garage, so get this baby up. All right, breakfast time. Gonna do some eggs today, some raw cheddar, some sausage. Typically, I'd have some fruit too. Coconut water. Post-workout, love this stuff. Resveratrol and curcumin. Curcumin is turmeric, so good for inflammation. I just do these scrambled with some cheese, a little sausage in it, and then normally some kind of fruit. If I don't do this, I do a smoothie or smoothie bowl. Breakfast, lunch, pretty much the same every day. I look forward to it, and it works. I got a podcast in 25 minutes, so eat quick, head over to my buddy Ryan's house, and do his podcast. All right, simple and delicious. Just some eggs, 4 eggs in there, some raw cheddar, got some sausage going right here, cooked in butter. Voila, lots of protein. I like heartier breakfasts in the wintertime, and then in the summer I often just do smoothies or even like a acai bowl with the creamy. And when I'm traveling, I typically do smoothies and smoothie bowls. I feel like they're oftentimes easier to find than it is to find just like a simple healthy breakfast like this, which is crazy to think, but so true. I feel like most places that serve breakfast, it's just like, you know, breakfast sandwiches with biscuits, just a little too heavy for what I'm looking for. All right, here's the finished product. Cheesy eggs and sausage. Tough to go wrong with that. Damn good. All right. Gonna wolf this down, and then off to the podcast.
Stole this from your fridge, I don't know what it is.
They were brought over last night. I had friend Dan over to Sauna, and he sold that company for $100 million to Anheuser-Busch in like 2017.
Companies like this are getting sold for that much, and I've never heard of it.
Wild, right? I had heard of it before. I'd never had it, but I had seen it before. Come on. Just wild how much caffeine is going in beverages now. You know, I feel like 100 was kind of the gold standard, and then it went up to like 150, and then 200, and now there's like 350 and 400 milligrams.
I feel like it's on its way the other direction. Like a year or two ago.
It'll go, yeah, down.
Like no one was even looking at it. I knew I wasn't looking at it, and now I'm like, 200 is like the max I would ever want. I never want
so much in one shot.
Yeah, that's why I like ketone IQ's just 100.
Yep.
Feels like a perfect little, I get a little boost, but I'm not like, it doesn't bring the boost to the forefront of my mind where I'm like, holy shit, I'm really losing it.
Yeah, 100%. Ketone IQ is like the perfect mixture of caffeine and then ketones that drop you in. I love when there's like a couple ingredients that give you energy, focus, and then even out the energy. Like L-theanine, alpha-GPC.
Exactly, yeah.
I love those two ingredients. And you know Ryan McGuire, he comes to the track with us on occasion. He's a fast young dude.
Yeah.
Fast young Ryan. He's got some cool little side businesses. One of his side businesses is he brings people on survival retreats. So he'll go out into nature for like, 3-4 days.
Dang, I wouldn't have guessed that looking at him.
I know.
That's super cool.
Yeah, and just like live off the land, teach people how to make a fire.
So you do it here in Colorado?
Hunt. Yeah, he does it in Colorado, Utah.
Sweet.
I know, it'd be fun to put together a little group to do it with him.
It'd be super fun.
See if we could survive for 3 days in nature.
What's up?
Howdy.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You know Sterling, right, from the track?
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
I brought you some eggs and venison from my backyard.
No shit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, I'm just kidding.
You got chicken? Bring me another rabbit.
I got you some masa chips. I got you some 32-gram protein slate milks. Have you had these yet?
I need these.
David bars.
I've seen that on, that's what's his name,
They're
right?
insane. Peter Rahal.
Attia.
Peter Attia is an advisor for the company. Do you like Ketone IQ? You do, right?
Yeah.
You drink it? Yeah, great.
I just got a,
I just bought one 2 days ago.
shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
Is that the core?
This is,
Was it $500?
$500.
Yeah, I got the exact same one as you.
Because I'm like,
So funny.
we've been doing the garage workouts, and dude, it's
cold.
so hard in the morning.
It's so cold.
And like everything, and it's still miserable.
Wow, I literally ordered this at Wheat Ridge Cycle Ray, and it's coming in the next 2 days. Yeah, I'm stoked about this. I'm gonna hook my my mountain bike up to it. Look at this. So this is just single gear that.
I don't know how it works. It said like put your gear. So this one, it comes with like the cassette already assembled, I think.
Oh. No, you need to get it in a cassette. If this is the core, you need to get a cassette put on it.
I do.
Yes, you definitely do. Because I got the same one, and then I got a 12-speed cassette because I have a 12-speed bike. Otherwise, there's no, you can't shift, you know?
You're just
It's
gonna
just
be in one thing.
Yeah.
I figured that this thing, like, I don't know, added resistance or
No,
changed.
the cassette's like $80. I mean, it's cheap. This is the
it
better
is.
move. That's why I went with this one.
Okay.
So I was like, well, why am I paying so much more for the other one? The two things you get are a cassette, which is only $80, and you get a handle to be able to carry it, and it's $500 more. But other than that, it's like basically the exact same.
Interesting. Yeah, Nicole ordered it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever gear, however many gears this is, you just need 7. You need the,
The plan is to just have this, like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just, I don't know.
Yeah,
ride
I'm
all
doing the
day forever.
exact same thing you're doing. I don't want to ride when it's 20 degrees out. It's just not fun.
And we have 10 bikes in the garage. I'm
Yeah.
like, I either want to get rid of these or pull one inside.
Yeah.
Because they're just.
It's a good move. You're going to love it.
I rode my assault bike in the kitchen today because I didn't have the setup, so I just pulled the assault bike right here.
That's amazing.
And did 60 minutes. Just did it in the kitchen.
Nice. Ryan's a stud Hyrox athlete.
I'm a very average Hyrox athlete, but we're working on
Disagree.
it. We're gonna be a stud one day. Bathroom's in there if you need it.
I'm good.
Water.
Let's hit it. I might grab water, actually. Sterling grew up in this exact neighborhood.
What was like the big moment that stands out as like the competition or the achievement that's like, when I look back on 2024, 10 years from now, this is what I'm gonna think of.
I mean, as far as the competition standpoint goes, Leadville was really fulfilling for me this year. I trained a little harder than I have in years past for Leadville without it massively affecting all of the other things I enjoy doing in life. Meaning, I built to just under a 3-hour ride at elevation in Leadville, and I did a lot of like 90-minute to 2-hour rides at a pretty high effort, and that prepared me really well. My time was 8:27, which is the fastest I've ever gone. Kind of the gold standard for the mountain bike race in Leadville is to go sub 9. That's where you get the big belt buckle. And I knew I had a good race early on. The power just came pretty easy. You know, I was passing people in a pretty fast group where I started. And I didn't really start not enjoying it until 60 or so miles in. And, you know, 60 miles in is probably like the 5-hour mark. So I knew that it was going to be a good time when I crossed the finish line. And I like that feeling because I had to train for it. You know, I couldn't just show up and do that. Like, I had to backtrack my way into succeeding for that. So it just reminds me of the Ironman years where, you know, everyone's showing up at that starting line. Like, they had to put in some significant work to post whatever time it is, whether it's finishing or posting a fast time. Like, everyone had to put in work. So that was really fulfilling. I often preach that your environment is going to heavily dictate your reality. Like, our reality here in Colorado is very much based around outdoor recreation. Like, I didn't do that in Syracuse, New York. I did a lot of my training indoors on a treadmill and just riding for 5 hours on a stationary trainer, and that's why I got burned out from Ironman. So being in Colorado, like, the mountains just beg you to be outside. Those, like, no judgment for anyone who, you know, takes those. I understand the benefits of it for sure. But, you know, the annotation is that I cheated to get where I am, which I've just 2 workouts a day for 15 years and very diligent recovery routines have gotten me where I am and gotten me the aesthetic that I have. So that bothered me for a while of just, you're accusing me of taking a shortcut and of cheating to get where I am today, and I haven't. So that bothered me a bit.
That's also like that might be a screen effect thing because you don't look preposterous in real life.
Yeah.
Like you definitely look super low body fat.
Yeah.
And like super cut, but like if you see you in real life, you're like, versus someone who's like juiced to the gills.
Yeah.
It's a very different thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, because you can shoot with perfect lighting. I shoot a lot of content when I'm sweaty. I shoot a lot of content when I'm doing the contrast therapy, which is going to make you look, super lean, super jacked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I mean, the first few times I was like, oh, that's a great compliment. Man, these people think I look superhuman, awesome. And then as I got more and more of it, I'm like, God damn it, I don't like being accused of taking a shortcut, because I didn't take a shortcut. I spent 15 years working my ass off to get to where I am.
The problem with it is that there are a lot of creators who are on juice and lying.
Sure.
And so that is what makes it really tough.
So I think Liver King ruined it for a lot of people, lying about it, and then the perception is that everyone lies about it.
He got you. Do you remember that conversation we had? He
did get me. I didn't.
You were like, I think he's just all natural, and I think that was you thinking like, oh well, if I keep working, I could be Liver King size.
No, I didn't think that. I generally look at people in a truthful and positive light, and it takes them lying to me or deceiving me for me to then judge them differently. I usually I think people are putting their best foot forward. I think they're telling the truth until they don't. So I think it was more of that, and I've always been that way. I've always been I want people to know that I like them, and I've always led with empathy, and you have to do something to me personally for me to think of you as not a good person.
Yeah, I think mine was 15-minute pace. I think fast is 12-minute pace.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all right, man.
Later, dude. Thank you. Let me know about tomorrow.
Actually, no, it doesn't matter because this time I have the same mic on. Yeah.
Just spotted clouds. Look at all the colors. It's crazy throughout the year how narrow the sunrise and sunset get, and then how spread they get. We get the sunrise and sunset now, but in the summertime, the sun sets way over there and rises way over there, so we don't see either of them.
You lived at Palmau for a bit?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
In one of those sick new houses?
You built the second one on the mountain.
No way.
Yeah.
So you're buddies with oh my god, why is his name escaping me? Big ass calendar.
Jesse. I was emailing with him today.
Yeah.
We're not really that cllose. I don't know if he was actually involved in that project too much, but
I thought he was.
He might have been. There was 40 of us who were the investors who bought it.
Sick.
I sold Reed Hastings from Netflix actually.
Yeah.
He just bought all of us out at the perfect time for me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I just bought my business partner in my other company, so I was like.
So you started Baby Bath Butter 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn, you've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah. I just kind of hit the gas on it more recently.
Yeah.
It was just this fun thing that I really enjoyed for kind of the same reasons you mentioned. Just amazing people and network. I just wanted to control that part of my life. Josh from Looks, he's come to a couple of those things.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot that Josh.
So I knew him.
I love Josh.
I knew him when he was doing medical sales with my friend Justin, who was ex-NFL person, and
we gotta send a picture to Josh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
When do you guys hope to have the round raised by, and then when would you hope to break ground?
So we closed in December. We're finishing the round hopefully by the end of February, so pretty quick.
Yeah.
We're raising $15 million in the first round.
Yeah.
There's another 15 after that for the rest of the development costs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at this, dude. Oh my freaking gosh, there's a whole ass thing in here. Oh, jeez. My first time getting in the sauna, I probably last I don't know, 8 minutes, something like that. Now I can make it about 15 before my heart rate starts really getting jacked. I do this probably 2 or 3 times a week. I still have trouble controlling my breathing. It seems like most people don't for some reason, or at least most people that come here. But I always try to do a physiological sigh, which is 2 deep breaths in. And then just elongate my exhale as long as I can to try to calm my nervous system a little bit. I like doing that because I feel like it's a good exercise, not only for the ice barrel, but in life when I get stressed in traffic or life situations. So I love that this is real life applicable. I also feel like nobody talks about the head spins you get from this. For me, it's a positive thing. It kind of feels like a tobacco high, but going from extreme heat into cold, and then once I get out of this and I get back into the sauna, I just get this nice tobacco kind of feeling, which is great for me. Since I only go like twice, 2-3 times a week, I feel like I don't get super acclimated. So for me, each time is pretty difficult. I will also say sauna into the ice barrel, super hard. Back into the sauna, second time in the ice barrel is like a million times easier. So for me, what I do, first time in, I don't go all the way in. I still don't have the stamina for that to go down to my shoulders, and all these guys will throw their heads in there and whatever. I still can't do that, and I don't know if that's because of my acclimation or because I just don't want to. But the clarity that you get from contrast therapy, sauna, and ice barrel for me is the addicting part. I can notice actual turn of events where I'm like really struggling with something, and as soon as I get in here within 30 seconds, you get this feeling that's like, it doesn't matter. It can be huge life stuff. It all goes away. It'll come back later a little bit, but the clarity you get from it feels great. Okay, that's enough. Don't look at my weenie. Jesus. Extreme stinging pain on my legs right now. Oh, frick. Look at this. Oh, it looks like glass.
Yeah, it's tough.
You're watching so many people get injured. Someone gives at every event. It's like, what do you need so you can be the most empowered to build your fucking thing?
Yep.
Yeah.